You're listening to Biz-Souls, the business podcast with an edge, hosted by me, Rona Lewis, and Jeffrey Hansler. Tune in for perspectives and discoveries about the changing world of business. It's time to connect to the heart, soul, and humor of how business gets done. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Biz-Souls. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler, and we get to the heart and soul of business and the people that make it happen. And today, we is the people that is making it happen.
We is? Speak much?
Yes, I know.
We be the people.
Today's surf report in Huntington Beach, it's
Hot.
a low.
It's very hot.
It's a low 1 foot. There's a slight offshore breeze, and the water temp is balmy, 73 degrees. Oh, that's not what we're doing here. We're not doing surf reports. We're talking about predatory L&D today. This is my subject, and I picked it up. We're going to do a couple of quickies here. We're going to do 3 or 4 because we need to chuck them up, and we're both busy in the next coming months.
So pay attention. Okay. So predatory. What does that mean?
Predatory L&D. So predatory, yeah. Well, look, here's the thing. So constantly from the learning and development industry, you hear them. You know, other departments don't respect us. We're the first thing they cut when things go bad, when the economy gets rough. Well, here's the thing. If the L&D, the executives in learning and development don't respect learning and development, how can they expect anybody else to do it?
Right.
You know,
Trickle down.
Yeah, it's walk the walk, right? So,
where are you finding this?
Where am I finding this here? 2 things came up that brought this into mind. So first of all, I've been talking about finance and how to talk finance for
Which
L&D
is exactly when
disorders.
he loses me and I just goes over.
Exactly.
I get that.
Exactly.
The more than usual stare into space. What is he talking about?
Right, exactly. Well, I'm completely counter to this group that's within the learning development. They've been talking about ROI and ROI and ROI, which is the worst thing to do.
It's a very big group.
Well, first of all, training is not about return on investment. Training is it can be at a certain point. For the most part, though, training is about innovation and it's about creativity
and when
it's
you're
about changing.
when you're talking about people aren't necessarily an ROI. There is value in, there is engagement. Those are the types of things that you can't. It's not a black and white thing.
Exactly. And so they do some hocus pocus with math and stuff. You know,
Poof,
like for example,
there's a number.
It's like, you know, here's the simplest example. They run a sales training, and then a big sale comes in after the sales training. Well, the sales might have been worked on for 3 years, but they claim it and say, "Oh, we got a return on investment of this." Really? Grab those numbers. What about the other numbers? Things like that. So, you know, I'm not a fan of it, and people can be a fan.
Really,
of it.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, exactly. So I did a couple of programs. We did them for ATD Orange County, and we did them for on a different way of looking at finance and utilizing finance for discussing that. So one of the industry pubs sends me a request. Hey, would you write an article?
One of the industry pubs where I go have a beer.
God, they might lighten up if they had a pub.
I know, that's true.
Anyway, they sent me a request, said, would you be willing to write a, article, 1,600 words or more, something like that, for us. Now, first of all, they're not offering any money for this.
That sucks.
I know. Well, exactly. Subject matter expert.
But get your name out there. Why would you want to get your name out there amongst your competitors, first of all?
Well, you do. You give back to the industry. And that's when we did the programs for ATD. That's a good point.
That's true,
when we did for ATD Orange County, we were telling other people in the industry, and some people took it and started trying to teach on it and stuff. And that's good.
But they weren't us.
No, they weren't us. Exactly. Anyway, so they included the contract that you have to sign when you submit the article. And it is completely predatory.
Yeah.
It basically says if you utter any one of the words that you've written down here, you're going to Moscow and you're going to spend the rest of your life in Siberia or somewhere. It was insane, the amount of control that I would have had to ask them if I wanted to print any single sentence in any other publication. It was the most predatory, signed by the executive of the organization that's doing this. And I'm going, are you insane?
Yeah.
Do you not respect subject matter experts? You want to just I mean,
Someone's a little paranoid. Not you, them.
well, it's not just paranoia. It's a complete lack of respect for this, which is exactly what everybody in L&D complains about.
And fear. They want to try to get all the information that they can and be the power.
Well, exactly. Well, actually, you know what? The very fact that they reached out, because I don't talk to this group much, the fact that they reached out, I almost think it's kind of like a subversive thing, like the group that, does the ROI thing. They wanted to get. If I sign this contract, then they could say, "Oh, you can never talk about that again." It's kind of like getting rid of the competition. They're not. First of all, they're not that smart.
Yeah,
I don't think. I don't.
Because I was looking at it the other way that they were so desperate to get someone to write an article that they asked you.
Well, let's put it
He'll
this way.
do it. It's like Mikey. Get Mikey. He'll try anything.
Well, let's put it this way. If they're with that contract, yeah. I'm sure. I'm probably not the first one that got it.
Nobody will sign that.
Nobody decent's going to sign that, and it's crazy. What they should do is want us to publish it and want us to support it and want us to send it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was that. And what was the other thing that I was going to talk about?
Oh, how there are companies. There are other companies who are in the L&D business.
Well, contract companies. And so we do training for L&D companies, and we're contracted as teachers. And first thing when the tariffs get announced, what do? They call us up and they say, "Oh, we're going to give you a pay cut," because they're worried.
Everybody in the organization had one.
And I'm thinking, and there's no explanation about it other than the fact that it was almost like a political statement against tariffs. And
and it was, they weren't doing that well because, which is true. There weren't quite as many people in the classes.
Yeah, that's right. So cut the pay of the people that bring it in, and even if people still are training now, they're going to remember this.
Oh yeah.
And it's just you're not getting companies, organizations wonder why they don't have loyalty. It's like
they don't appreciate it, and like I say this all the time. I got this from my friend Bobby Caravella. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys sometimes.
Exactly.
And which is great. And they according to them, no one has left, which I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, probably. I don't think anybody has left. They just may not be available, or they may be starting doing something else and shifting what they're doing.
Right.
It's like my dad. My dad was in the generation that worked for a company for a lifetime, and you'll get your pension, and then you'll get your retirement, and we'll take care of you. And then companies stopped doing that with people, and then the news got out, and people didn't believe it. So then. Now the the youngest generation.
He's getting excited and he's losing control of his lips.
Anyway, they have no loyalty companies, and they were trained.
Yeah.
And so organizations they take the short term, and the short term. It's very hard. I'm very happy with Panasonic. A little shout out to Panasonic.
Are they still in business? I'm kidding.
No. That's very interesting. No. Panasonic was a B2C company, business to consumer, and they sold a lot of consumer products. The new CEO about 15 years ago came on, long-term 100-year plan, and he's going B2B. And I picked up the stock. And it was pretty low at the time. And that's the reason you don't hear about them, because they're not advertising to consumers. They're advertising to businesses. Very focused, very good. And their stock took a bump. Oh, that's good. I'm so happy for them. Well, it's
You're buying dinner.
No, here's the thing. It's long-term thinking.
Yeah.
And so that's our
Very
message, our positive message. Don't be predatory. Be long-term thinking. And
appreciate
sow
your
what you
people.
reap. Yeah, you're gonna reap what you sow. And sow loyalty, sow confidence, sow the value of L&D and and people in L&D. Respect their work and don't try and own it because you're hurting or your organization isn't growing the way it is, and you're panicked and you want
no competition, and then take them to a pub every so often.
Exactly. All right.
That's it for us.
That's it. That's our little rant.
I got nothing else.
We got 3 more rants coming.
All right.
Or talks.
Yeah. So we'll see you
Okay.
next week with another rant.
All right.
And I'm Rona Lewis,
I'm Jeffrey Hansler.
and this has been Biz-Souls.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Biz-Souls podcast with your hosts, Rona Lewis and Jeffrey Hansler. Did you have fun? Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Talk to you next week.